Good morning, students. Welcome back in another session of CS02 problem solving methodologies using programming in C. Lastly, we are discussing about the first looping control structure in C, that is while loop. After the discussion of theory and the syntax of while loop, we have started with the various types of program into the while loop. Before going ahead about some other exercises, some other practicals, again I would like to repeat the definition of while loop. While loop is a repetitive statement in C which repeats the entire block of code till the condition is true. Now, as I told you that our subject is a one ladder, day by day we are climbing up one step. Initially, when we have started the subject, we are facing some very simple definitions, and day by day it becomes complicated by introducing the various basic, intermediate and advanced topics into the C. So without wasting more time, let's start with some new exercise in while loop. Now as you can see over the screen, my new challenge for making a program is write a program to print 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5 and 6. I want to print that particular series onto the screen. Let me write into the notepad. The series that I want to print is 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5 and 6. This is the series that I want to print. Now, what's the logic behind this particular series? How can I print this particular series onto the screen? Just observe this particular series. It's a number which contains the lowest value called 1 and the highest value called 10. So the repetition that I am going to do is in between 1 to 10. It's fixed. So the first decision that I have taken for this program is my lowest limit of the program and its number is 1 and the highest limit of the program number is 10. So repetition must go in between 1 to 10. Clear? Now what after this? First, just look at to the first number of the entire series. It's 1. Then 1, there is an highest number of the entire series. First the lowest number, then very next is the highest number. So this is 1 and then 2. Then a lowest number is incremented by 1 becomes 2. So 2 will be printed, and the highest number is decremented by 1, it prints 9. Again I am repeating my statements. Lowest number of my entire series is 1 and highest number of my entire series is 10. First I am printing lowest number as it is and the highest number as it is onto the screen, which prints 1 and 10. Then I am incrementing into the repetition lowest number by 1, which prints 2, and I am decrementing highest number by 1, which prints 9. Now suppose again I am repeating the same strategy. Now my lowest number is 2 and the highest number is 9. I am incrementing lowest value by 1 and I am decrementing highest value by 1, which prints 3 and 8. This 8 is the decremented value of 9 and this 3 is the incremented value of this 2. Then let me again repeat the entire statement. Lowest value is 3, increment it by 1, which prints 4. Highest value is 8, decrement it by 1, which prints 7. Again repeat the statement. Lowest value is 4, increment it by 1, and highest value is 7, decrement it by 1, which prints 6. So ultimately this logic will print the series that I want onto the screen. Now let's see how can we design the program for the same. The programs is already written over here, but I would like to make this program live for all the students. So let me go inside the compiler of C, editor of C. First, I will write the definition, write a program to print 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5 and 6 using while loop. That's correct. So this is the output. This is the series that I want to print onto the screen. Now what I am doing, let me remove all this old program, all the lines of old program. Then here I am initializing integer I is equals to 1. You can take any variable. I am taking the name of variable I. You can take it as a and b also, but I am taking as a I. I is equals to 1 and comma j equals to 10. So here I have set the lowest and the highest limit of my entire series as per the logic that we have recently discussed. Then CLRS here. Then I am going to check while I less than equals to 10, j, while I less than equals to j, first print I, that means printf percentage d I, which prints 1. Then very next to this, so I don't want to write /n, printf percentage d j. What will be the logic of, what will be the output of this program? First it will print 1 because I is 1 initially and j is 10. So 1 and 10 is printed onto the screen, these two numbers. Now in second repetition, I want to increment the value of I by 1 because I becomes 2 and j becomes 9 by decrementing j minus minus. So next time it prints 2 and 9. Now let's see, will it work or not? Let me save the program and execute the code. 110.2.9.3.8.4.7.5.6. Yes, yeah, it's as per our requirement. I'm just putting a one space over here. What's the output of this? Even for j I want to print a one space, so it will bifurcate the number. So 110.2.9.3.8.4.7.5.6, it's there as per our desired output onto the screen. I hope all of you have clear about the logic of this program. Still I am debugging and try to explain you the entire program for the second time. Now just assume that the value of I is 1 and j equals to 10. Value of I is equals to 1 and j is equals to 10. Here the condition is check whether the value of I is less than equals to j. So yes, 1 is less than 10. So this condition is true. If the condition is true, it goes inside the block. That means inside these curly brackets, it prints the value of I. What is the value of I? That is 1. 1 will be printed. Printf percentage d j. What is the value of j? 10. So 10 will be printed. So what will be the output? 1 and 10. And in our series, even the first two value is 1 and 10. Then I is incremented by 1. So I becomes 2 and j is decremented by 1. So j becomes 9. Right? Now repetition goes up. What is the value of I and j? I is 2 and j is 9. So 2 is less than equals to 9. Condition is true. So it will print 2 and 9 onto the screen. Now I becomes 3. Right? Lastly it's true and previously it's 1. 1, 2 and 3. It becomes 3. j becomes 8. So it will print 3 and 8 onto the screen. 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8. One number I am missing over here. It should be there because it, yeah, there is a mistake. I need to write 8 over here. Then 8, 3, 8, 4, 7 and 5, 6. Now this is correct. So 8 is printed over 8 is printed over here. Now j becomes 7. Then I will be printed as a 5 and j is printed as a 6. Now what is the value of I? Value of I is 6 and value of j is 5. For this the condition is false and the repetition stops. So the output is 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6 onto the screen. As we have decided into the definition, it will print the series. Now let's see the same program again into the notepad for better visibility. This is the program. Here the value of I is 1 and j is 10. Here it will check whether the I is less than equals to 10. So yes, let me write over here value of I is for the first time is 1 and the value of j is 10. So 1 is less than 10. Condition becomes true. Here it prints 1. Here it prints 10. Now I becomes 2 because I plus plus is written and j becomes 9. Repetition goes up and the value of I and j is 2 as well as 9. This condition is true, so it prints 2 and 9 onto the screen. Then 2 becomes 3 and 9 becomes 8. Repetition goes up. Here the value of I is 3 and value of j is 8. Condition is true, so it prints 3 as well as 8 onto the screen. 3 becomes 4, 8 becomes 7. Repetition goes up. Now 4 and 7 is checked by this particular condition. This is true, so it prints 4 as well as 7. Now 4 becomes 5 and j becomes 6. Again repetition goes up. Here 5 is less than equals to 6. Yes, it's less than equals to 6, so it will print 5 as well as the value of j, that is 6. Now 5 becomes 6, j becomes 5. Repetition goes up. Here the checking values are 6 and 5. Now 6 is not less than equals to 5, so this condition becomes false. And as the condition becomes false, this repetition stops and it will get out of this particular program. Finally you will get this string and this particular series onto the screen. So I hope all of you have clear-cut idea about how this repetition prints the entire series. Now let's go for some another program. See, these are some exercises that we have to perform by ourselves. Write a program to print first 100 even numbers. Now what you have to do for this program? You have to print first 100 even numbers. So repetition of the loop should be start with 1 and it will done 100 times and every repetition it checks for the number whether the number is even or not, and if the number is even, then it will print onto the screen. Now next program is bit challenging one. What is the definition of program? Write a program to print 1, 11, 20, 28, 35, 41, 46, 50, 53, 55 and 56. You have to put your efforts for this particular program. But just I want to give you the one hint. It is something like this. Not exactly like this, but it is something like this which you can put for printing this particular series. You have to do it by yourself. Just put your efforts for printing 110, 111, 2028, 3541, 4650, 5355 and 56. Now next one is simple. If you makes this, write a program to print 100 even numbers, reverse of this even number that you have to print, that is odd number. That means the first one is done, third one will be easy for all of you. Fourth program is write a program to print the sum of, that is the total of 1 divided by 2 plus 2 divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 10 and so on. That means every division you have to take and then you have to print the sum of that particular number. Next is even, we need to print the sum of this particular number, that is 0.1 plus 0.02 plus 0.003, 0.0004, 0.00005. You have to print the sum of that particular number. So these are the challenges that you have to accept by your own. You have to make this program anyhow. You can have the reference of several books, you can search on Google too, but you have to make this program, and then after the successful completion of this program, you have to write down all these programs into the journal. Now from all this, let's randomly select one program that I would like to give you the logic. Say for example, I would like to give you the logic of the second program. Let me write it into the notepad first. I want a series like 1, then 11, then 20, then 28, then 35, then 41, 46, 50, 53, 55 and 56. I want this series. I want to solve this program. So let's have a discussion about this program first, how we can go for this. Just look at to this series once again. This series in a incremented way. That means 1, then it's 11, then again highest 20, then again highest 28, then again highest 35, up to the highest one is 56. Every time whenever the number is printed, it prints the highest number, right? Again I am repeating my words. Just observe this particular series. In this series, every time whenever you see the next number, it is higher than the previous number. That means 11 is higher than 1, 20 is higher than 11 as well as 1, 28 is higher than 20, 11 as well as 1, 35 is highest than all others, 41 is highest than all others, same like that 56 is highest than all others. One thing is fixed. Second thing is what? Say for example, first I will print 1 as it is, then add 10 in 1. What it prints? 10 plus 1 is equals to 11, right? Now in 11, suppose I add 9. That means I have incremented, that means I have taken the last sum plus I have decremented the value of 10 by 1. What it prints? 20. Now let's take 20 plus 8, which prints 28. Now take 28 plus 7. What will be the output of 28 plus 7? 28, then 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So it prints 35, then 35 plus 6, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41. 41 plus 5, that is 46. 46 plus 4, that is 50. 450 plus 3, that is 53. 53 plus 2, 55, and 55 plus 1, 56. Then 56 plus 1 is decremented by becomes 0. 56 plus 0 is not possible, so repetition stops. You can see that your desired series that we want to print is there onto the screen. So I hope all of you get the idea about the logic. This type of rough work first you have to do, and then we have to start writing the program. So I request all the students, just try yourself by writing all these simple short programs first into the rough book by making such type of logical design, and then write the same program onto the screen. One more bonus I want to give to all the students, because Diwali is coming very soon. Let's discuss about this program, the logic of this program. That is 1 divided by 2, 2 divided by 3, up to 9 divided by 10. Let me remove all these things. First write down the series 1 divided by 2 plus 2 divided by 3 plus 3 divided by 4 plus 4 divided by 5 plus, let me put some space for more clarity, 5 divided by 6, 6 divided by 7, 7 divided by 8, 8 divided by 9, plus should be there, and 9 divided by 10. This is the series. I want to print the sum of this entire series. That means the single number of this series. Now what's the logic behind this? How can I get 1 and then 2, then 2 and 3, then 3 and 4, then 4 and 5 through repetition? Just consider I as a 1 and j is a 2. First, make I divided by j. Ultimately 1 divided by 2 is there. Then increment the value of I by 1 and j by 1 also. So 1 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 3. So the value of I is 2 and value of j is 3. So these 2 on 3 will be done. Again repetition, I becomes 3, j becomes 4. Again repetition, I becomes 4, j becomes 5. Every time whatever the division is there, you need to add with the value of sum also. So sum equals to sum plus I divided by j is one of the core part of this entire program. This is my step number 1, which I have to think about the program. This is step number 2, and this is step number 3, which give you the desirable output of the program. So I hope all of you got a very good idea about all this program. Now you have to think about this one definition only. These two are very simple. All you have to done by yourself, and then you have to write in your journals. Now students, in our next lecture, we'll go for another theory, that is exit level control statement. We have done with entry level control statement, that is while. Just remember that even it can be asked into the exam, and write a short note about entry level control statement. Then that means we have to write about while loop. In next lecture, we'll go for exit level control statement, that is do while. So thank you very much for listening me, and have a nice day, and wait for other lecture. Thank you students.